Greetings, life forms of the internet. I am Toki, a Power Rangers YouTuber, and welcome to a Power Rangers theory. In the year 2025, there is a galactic police force known as S.P.D. It's made up of teams of rangers from across the galaxy, and this is how it came to be. The precursor to Space Patrol Delta, and the formation of the Galactic Alliance of Power Rangers. It all starts back in the 90s, with Power Rangers Turbo and Power Rangers in Space. At the end of Turbo, Justin tries to get the Rangers a space shuttle to chase after Zordon. He's able to speak with the head of Nasada and gets the Rangers a shuttle.
As far as you go.
Let me go! I can speak to the commander!
Do you do? Let's go. Now.
But I have a message from the Power Rangers!
But how did a kid manage to convince someone to let 4 random teenagers take a space shuttle? It's widely believed that Zordon had planned this from the very beginning. All Justin had to say was Zordon, Eltar, and need transport. Skipping forward to the end of Power Rangers in Space, after the invasion, we find out that Earth and KO-35 form an alliance. We can also assume that Aquitar and the Equation Rangers did the same thing. I believe Nasada used technology from KO-35 to build Terra Venture from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and since the Space Rangers' identities were revealed in Countdown to Destruction, an organization was put together to do research on the Morphin Grid and create their own Ranger team focused on rescue missions and defending the Earth, an organization that later became Lightspeed. And now let's take a look at Time Force. By the time the 4 Time Force Rangers head into the past to chase after Ransek, there are already colonies of humans in space, a massive galactic alliance with multiple teams of Rangers, and a dedicated team of Lightspeed rescue Rangers on Earth. Well, in Power Rangers Time Force, a group called the Silver Guardians is created to fight off mutants in Silver Hills. One of these Guardians becomes the Quantum Ranger, and the Silver Guardians do research on the Quantum Morpher to try to tap into the Morphin Grid. Okay, let's take a look at what we have so far. Zordon had already spoken to Nasada, and may have even had a hand in creating them. After Zordon was destroyed, and the Rangers' identities were revealed, Nasada and KO-35 put together a space colony called Terra Venture, and created Lightspeed for rescue missions around the Earth. We also have the Silver Guardians, a team dedicated to fighting off mutant attacks. So we have 3 groups so far: Nasada, who built Terra Venture and has connections with other planets; Lightspeed, who has an underwater rescue base and their own team of Rangers; and the Silver Guardians, a combat-ready team with their own Ranger power. No doubt all of these groups attempted and even succeeded to tap into the Morphin Grid. But how does this fit into S.P.D? Well, it's when these 3 groups form together, and it happens during Power Rangers Time Force. Nasada, with the help of Andros, the Red Space Ranger, the alliance of KO-35, and Terra Venture, which later inhabited Marinoi. Captain William Mitchell from Lightspeed, Carter Grayson from Lightspeed, and Wesley Collins and Eric Myers from the Silver Guardians. But there is someone who I've left completely out of this theory so far, and arguably the other most important piece to our puzzle.
Excuse me, sir. You have a phone call. Hello?
Tommy Oliver, who, with the help of the aforementioned groups, created the first team of Rangers from the Galactic Space Patrol, and in turn started what would later become Space Patrol Delta. We even get to see this team of Rangers in the series, in the episode Forever Red in Power Rangers Wild Force. Rangers in the Galactic Space Patrol had been monitoring the current Ranger team before a threat emerges from the remnants of the Machine Empire. They gather past Red Rangers, and with the help of Cole, the Red Wild Force Ranger, they are able to stop their first intergalactic threat as the Galactic Space Patrol. After this battle, the Galactic Space Patrol continued to monitor over the future Ranger teams. Rangers that got their powers from magic, Rangers that trained at secret schools for ninjas, and our own Tommy Oliver became Dr. Tommy Oliver and led a new generation of Power Rangers in Dino Thunder. We also know from S.P.D. that the Dino Thunder powers helped in the development of the S.P.D. powers. And we can take this full circle. It's also believed that a division of S.P.D., the same division that Sam, the Omega Ranger, is in, later became Time Force. And there you have it, my theory on how the Galactic Police Force known as S.P.D. came to be. I'll leave links to all my sources in the description, and a lot of this comes from me just re-watching S.P.D. and my own knowledge of the Power Rangers. If I've screwed anything up, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. S.P.D. has to be one of my favorite seasons of Power Rangers, and I want to know what's your favorite season of Power Rangers. Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I hope that the power will protect you always. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, which is scheduled to be uploaded in like 6 months? Yeah, 6 months sound good.